So good morning. Today's lesson is the CT32 lesson. So we're learning all about how we can draw complex shapes in Python. So we want to make sure that we understand the aspects of maths that we're using. So Cartesian coordinates, that just means X and Y coordinates. And that we can then use all the skills that we've done so far. Selection, that's if statements. Repetition, that's for loops. And iteration, so for and while on both of these. Using our turtle graphics. So we've said that Cartesian coordinates is just X and Y. So the coordinate system that we use for the turtle graphics is 0, 0 is in the middle of your page. So unlike maths where you normally have 0, 0 at the bottom left, our coordinate system is 0, 0 in the middle. If you want to move right, you increase the X coordinate. Move left, you decrease the X coordinate. Move up, you increase Y. And move down, you decrease Y. So this suggests that the top of the screen is like 3, 3, which is wrong. Normally, unless you change it, the coordinate system goes up to like 200 by 200 pixels over here and minus 200 by minus 200. So a bit like Scratch, the coordinate system that we're dealing with. Come back to that in a bit. We want to be able to use, subprograms to draw polygons. Poly just means lot, lots of. So a shape with lots of sides. So I would like together to build up a program that can draw a shape of any side. So that sounds like the job for a subprogram. So draw a shape of any number of sides. First of all, we need to think about what we're going to call it. So like draw shape. And then however many parameters we need. So we need like number of sides. That's how I would do it. In the exam, Edexcel likes to call it P for parameter. That, I don't like it. They'd probably do something like that. So I'll stick with that for today, I suppose. Then we need to know how to draw a shape with that number of sides. So we could do with a global variable called T. And we make our turtle drawing graphics like this. And we can't do that until we've imported the turtle object. So we've got an error on here, bad input on line 8. Why? I'm going to pause it here. Yes, good. We haven't defined how to draw a shape. And then we haven't put anything inside the function definition yet. So let's say t.forward by a certain amount, t.right by a certain amount, repeated for side in range a certain amount. Okay, so we've got the building blocks here. We just need to think about how to fill in the gaps. So I'll pause it and see if we can do this together. Good. So yeah, this is an iteration block. We're going to repeat a certain number of times. So P number of sides is how many times we're going to repeat. And then all of this needs to be indented so it can repeat that many number of sides. That means if we actually tell it to call that procedure, we need to specify how many sides, like, I don't know, 5 for a pentagon. We now have 2 runtime errors because it thinks that we need an argument, a parameter, in here. What do we think goes in these gaps? Yeah, so we just had a really good answer here. Forward, however big we want it to be. So let's specify the side length or just length so that we can use that here, which means we need to say how big it is. I'll go for 100. And then this is going to get a bit mathsy. Yeah, we'll go back to this for calculating the number of angles. So I don't know if you've done this in maths yet, but there's 360 degrees in a circle. Hopefully you know that fact. If you want to work out the angle inside a polygon, you just have to do that 360 divided by the number of sides. You see this all the time in maths, but it's the same in programming. Python helps you with maths. Maths helps you with Python. The number of angles that we need, the number of degrees that we need, is 360 divided by n. N is just a variable that is the number of sides. Well, we know how many sides we've got. It's p number of sides. So what expression can I put in here? Yep. 360 divided by p number of sides. Yes, well done. Now, I don't know if this is going to work yet, but we'll give it a go and see. In theory, we should have a shape with 5 sides. That's great. And if we want a quadrilateral, a square, or a hexagon, then it works. Hopefully it works. Awesome. Okay, so today we are working through CT32, and it's saying, to begin with, just experimenting with coordinates. So for this, you're going to just need to know how to set to a particular position. So turtle.setPos, X and Y, means we can teleport anywhere that we like. So I'm going to kind of add this in, t.setPos, what was it, with an underscore? I can't remember. Help, can't type. 100, 100. Oh, it doesn't have a set pos. No underscore, sorry. Come on. There we go. So notice how it doesn't teleport. It kind of draws from where you are to where you need to go to. So if you want to jump to that point, you've got to do t.pen up and then t.pen down afterwards. But actually what this first activity is asking you to do is start from wherever you start from and then t.setPos to each of these coordinates until you can draw what it describes in here. So I'll pause and let you start, and then we'll go through activity 1 a little bit later. So I'm going to go through how to get started on activity 1. It says find out where the position 0, 0 is by drawing the x-axis and the y-axis for a length of 100 intersecting at 0, 0. What on earth does that mean? That means we want to draw the x-axis, a line going across, and the y-axis, a line going up. So to do that, we'll make a t object that starts at 0, 0, and then go t.setPos 100, that's going across, and 0 to stay at y is 0. So we've drawn that axis that starts at 0, 0, and then goes across to x is 100 and y is 0. So do you know what? I'm going to put some text in so that it's clear. I'll say t.right. You don't need to know this for the GCSE, but it's quite helpful. At the current position, I'm going to say 0, 0. So that is where 0, 0 is. Then t.right at that point, I'm going to say the coordinates are 100 as x, 0 for y. If I want to draw the other line, I'll have to go back to 0, 0 first. So t.setPos 0, 0. Then I can draw my other axis, the y-axis. So that's going to be 0 for x, 100 for y, and then I can write at that position that we are at x is 0, y is 100, and that's what you need for your x-axis and your y-axis. Your next challenge is to increase those numbers until you can work out how wide the screen is and how high the screen is. So that's challenge 1 for you. So for part B, you just have to incrementally increase the values you put in to try and work out the width and the height. So like see if it can fit in something that goes up to 150 or to 120. Bear in mind, I haven't changed the numbers in my code yet. So I'm going to get rid of these. So we've only got the instructions to draw. So keep on changing these numbers until you can find the maximum and the minimum values. And then just experiment to try and find the difference between t.home and t.setPos. It's got turtle in the angular brackets here because it's a turtle object, as in we did t equals, and then we made a turtle object here. But it's basically saying moving the turtle home and setting the position to 0, 0. After that gets to the fun bit. So, like we had at the start of the video, can you make a procedure that will draw any polygon of any number of sides of any length? So do remember to make sure that we get the screen capture of like the print screen basically. So insert screenshot, screen clipping, that's the way that I do it. And then show the turtle graphics as well as the code underneath. So I'll leave you to work out activity 2, but I'd like to give you some clues for activity 3. We need to draw 4 polygons. Remember, a polygon is just a shape with a known number of sides. and they're regular polygons, as in square is a regular polygon because they've all got the same length sides. And here we've got a triangle, a regular triangle, all length the same going round. So we can use our generalized subprogram, that means a procedure, to draw a polygon given the number of sides. Well, this is a nice way of interpreting, going from plain English to what that actually means in Python. If we write a program that used a generalized subprogram means either procedure or function. I've made a procedure because it doesn't return a value. It doesn't need to return a value, it just needs to draw something. And then it said it's given two things, the number of sides and the length of the sides. So if you're given something in Python talk, that's like the parameters. You give the data to the procedure. I'll follow the irritating exam board way of doing things, which means I have to be careful in here. P for parameter. That's the data that this procedure is given. So at the moment, I have a hexagon. But I need a square, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentagon, and then a hexagon, and then a triangle. And it says in different quadrants. That just means in different quarters, different sections of the screen. So let's see. T dot pen up. So pick up the pen. T dot pen down to put down the pen. That means I can teleport somewhere else before drawing. My hexagon is too big, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller. Let's go for 50. And let's put it down at the bottom. So that's going to be X is positive, maybe 50, and Y is negative. So let's go for X is 50, Y is minus 50. And then hopefully we can have a hexagon in the right sort of space. This thing here looks like quite useful. We're lifting up the pen, we're moving, and we're putting the pen down again. I'm going to make that into a generalized subprogram, as in a procedure. I'll define it. I'll give it a name, like move. We'll say where to move to, X and Y. We'll indent all that across so that we can then use it as many times as we like. So I'm going to move to 50 minus 50. But now I can customize this by saying, right, move to whatever X and Y values are passed by those parameters. So I've drawn a hexagon over there. If I want to get a triangle over here, all I need to do is move to the right place and draw a shape with the right number of sides, the right size, and hopefully it'll work. So let's think, we want it to the left. So I'm going to go for like minus 100. Trial and error, we'll see. I want it to be down at the bottom, so a negative number with 3 sides, 50 for each one. Let's see. Ooh, draw is not defined. That's because I forgot to put draw shape. Let's try. We have a hexagon. We have a triangle. So it's not necessarily the same as what we've got here. Oh, it is. If we wanted it to be flipped over the other way, then we just turn left instead of turning right. But it does look almost identical, just maybe we want to make it a bit bigger than 50. So if we go for 100, it might work. But I'm going to stop the video here. Have a go at all of these that you can do. Make sure you save the Word document and upload at the end of your hour to the Algorithms and Programming 6 on the VLE for me, please.